Hello, hello. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna be working on this laptop that came in with this large priority mailbox. Customer mailed in a Spectre X360 laptop. Looks like this. Already took the back cover out to expose the motherboard, which is right over here. Now, what did the customer say? Let's read the paper. I have a small computer and mobile phone repair shop, and I have this computer in storage. Original motherboard has many problems, so I replaced the motherboard with a new one, and when I plugged it in, smoke came out and blew a component on the left side by the fan. Now it has no image on the screen, but HDMI output works when battery is disconnected. I replaced the battery with a new one. Please get image back on screen and remove short on motherboard. I can install the hard drive and operating system. Thank you. And this one is coming from Texas. If you can fix the computer, you may keep original battery and motherboard. Okay. So customer replaced the motherboard and he mailed us the used motherboard, and he also mailed us the used battery. So we do not know what happened to the original board, and we do not know what's happening with the new board. One thing he also mentioned is he's able to output the image to an external monitor when battery is disconnected or when battery is connected. HDMI works when battery is disconnected, so only when battery is disconnected. Okay. Let me do a quick inspection on the board to see what's going on. The first thing I want to do is not turn the computer on, but rather I want to do a quick physical inspection to see what part of the motherboard smoked or what component is damaged. So let's start. He mentioned something about the component next to the fan. Now, next to the fan, I do see the LVDS cable, which is right over here. This looks like a fuse. Apple labels their fuses with P, but we can tell by the F letter here. Oh, right there, right there, right there. So this looks like it's a major component that deals with the screen. You see how thick this line is? It's either outputting high voltage or it has something to do with how image transfers over to the screen. Now, I do not have a circuit diagram for this board. The good thing is we have a salvaged board. We have the used board that the customer mailed over. So we should be able to remove that component from that board and put it on here. And that should solve our problem. Why did this blow? I have no idea. Let me check the salvage board quick. So it should be like this. All right. So let's take a look. LVDS connector right over here. And the chip should be somewhere over. Oh, look at this. Same chip on this board is also blown. What does it tell us when the same chip is blown on both motherboards? It means that if we replace this chip, it's still gonna blow because there's something external that's causing this chip to blow. It could be the screen, it could be the LVDS cable. I mean, let's take a look at the laptop here. Let's take a look at the laptop here. We have the main logic board here. Hard drive sits here and connects onto the board. We have the battery that connects onto the board. We have the RAM, and we have another board here. It's not even the DC power board. The DC jack fits on this board, this side of the laptop. So there's really nothing external that could cause this chip to fry, except for the screen itself. If the screen is shorting out or has a problem, then by connecting the LVDS cable onto the LVDS connector can cause the chip to fry. Or it could be that the LVDS cable, there's something wrong with it. It's shorting out somehow and causing this chip to blow, because right now we have a blown chip on both boards. That's an indication that if we replace this chip, chances are it's gonna blow again. That's the only way I can explain it. It's weird that it happened on both boards. A bad DC charger is not gonna cause this to blow. It's something that deals with the screen part of the laptop, or the connection between the motherboard and the screen. Let's continue with the inspection of the board. I just want to see if there's anything else obvious on this board. Let me quickly test this fuse to see if it's good. Meter in continuity mode. And the fuse is good. I mean, this is a new board. This is a new board. It smoked when customer tried to power it on after replacing the board. The same exact problem with the old board. I'm almost 90% sure this is either a screen or an LVDS cable issue. Okay, let's go back to the LVDS connector area right here. Now, I'm not going to be able to know the chip model number by just reading those numbers. If we try to look for HC6LA, we're not going to find anything. Let's go to Google and see what's going on. So I search for HC6LA. I see. And nothing. What if we do 5-pin? Chip. I mean, right now, because we have 5-pin in the search, it may show some listings with 5 pins, but not because we typed in the HC6LA. Let me go back on the board. Now, we do notice that the component on the board is also labeled as U5501. If we had a schematic, then we would know what U5501 is. But since we don't have a schematic, I'm going to search for U5501 along with the word HP, and we're going to force search to bring results based on those two search terms. Let's go back here and we'll do, in quotations, HP plus U5501. Let's see if we can find any information on this chip. So HP U5501, let's check out this PDF file. Okay, so that's not it, because this is a BGA chip, as you can see here. That's not the one. Let's go back. So how can we find what this component is? Let's do plus. Maybe 5-pin, or maybe pins. Voltage regulator. X360 maybe. Okay, what's this here? HP ProBook. We have the U5501. Let's click on this to see what this is about. And we do not have any information about this chip online, and it's going to be very difficult to know what this chip is without a circuit diagram. Just doing a random search to see if we can figure out what this is. You know what? Let me go back. I mean, we do not even have a ProBook, but let me go back. U5501, and they gave this number here. Let me look up this number. And just a moment. Okay, so let's take a look at what this chip is. If that's the chip, yeah, it's a 5-pin. So I think we got the right chip. This chip is a buffer line driver, basically an LCD driver. So it communicates with the LCD via the LVDS cable by sending the signals and all that good stuff. So this chip is needed to get an image on the screen. But what's blowing this chip? That's the question. And why is it blown on both motherboards? So right now, since the chip is the communication between the board and the LCD, then the reason the chip is blowing most likely has to do with the LVDS cable or the screen itself. I will have to communicate with the customer to let them know what's going on. We will have to change the screen and the cable before we change the chip on here. So that's it for this video. We have a lot of other things to get done. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.